non-linear Snake play. And with non-linear Snake play, right, it's a lot more scrappy, a lot less set play, a lot less setups, and that defensive zoning that Chronos is known for versus the more CQC style of play that AK has, right, very different styles. Chronos is working on implementing multiple of those and setting up the ability to kind of, he has certain triggers and situations to set between them, right? Jumping in there with that at gyro, finding the pressure, and you're seeing the way he's using these dash shields incredibly effectively, keeping this one grenade on the ground to disrupt gyro, and he's not letting Big Boss control space the way we saw him do so, or sorry, Atomic do so, control space, and the way we saw Big Boss do so with gyro last set.
Already Atomic having a hard time finding a way in through all of these grenades and sticky bombs. I knew it was going to be a problem for the gyro, but usually Atomic can kind of play around it and having a tough time here. And
Chronos is trying to edge Atomic with everyone's favorite non-true Snake classic, which is that jab one into grab or jab one into sticky. They're true unless you buffer an option, and that allows you to kind of move away from that situation. Atomic has been ready for it every single time, but we still see Chronos keeping going for it, continue to go for it, using that dash attack with that frame 6 armor, right, to get out of dodge, reset back to neutral. That being said, Atomic is smothering him. He's not letting him get space, and that F tilt, definitely a misinput. I'm pretty sure that was meant to be a down tilt, just based on the range and the pressure. That being said, Rob being huge. Yeah, down throw F tilt. He's a true combo on Rob.
I don't know if you guys know, but Rob is big.
Yeah, but I mean, Atomic trying to go for a double toss there, unfortunately dropped the combo, but Chronos getting caught with in that F tilt 2 on platform. That down air drag forward, Atomic could have SDI'd out of that one, but didn't quite get it. The crouch just to try and mix up height, try and keep the movement ambiguous from Chronos. I love this from him, and these backers we're seeing of Chronos play a lot more aggressively than we're normally used to.
Yeah, up tilt reach him way out there, setting up Atomic in a real bad spot.
And that early grab mix-up into the grab grenade, 8 F tilt the other way was so smart. I don't think the sticky landed on him. I'm looking for it. Yeah, it's over on that left platform right now, folks. Oaks, beautiful air dodge back to stage. I love not fast falling there because you'd expect it. Jab 1, 2, grenade into the up air. Chronos, AK, everyone loving that combo setup as of late. 8, there's not a whole lot you can do trying to find the F tilt to close it out, but Kanye, I mean, Atomic's doing a good job going tit for tat here.
Yeah, keeping it very even here, and you know, had a little trouble in the early goings, but Rob, again, like we talked about with the earlier sets, can keep this even, use that rage. Lost the stock there, but you know, it could be one back air away, one up smash away.
And we're seeing those, but the reason we're seeing those F tilts convert on Rob, they convert on certain characters at 146, so we're seeing him get to that percent kill. That being said, if you're all the way at ledge and you down throw F tilt with Snake, it's true on every character because they hurt box shifts, pushes them off ledge, they pop vertical and get hit by the F tilt anyways. That being said, right, just full-on scrap, 1 down tilt, 2 down tilt, 3 down tilts. Atomic just showing you that actually his name should be down tilt based on how many times he's pressing that button. I love the delayed get-up attack there too to use the iframes, get through that laser. Chronos trying to find a way back to ledge. Atomic still trying to close the stock out. This is a last hit situation, my friend, and the down, he's gonna get it, trying to find the tech stage, but just a little slow.
Just a little late coming in there, and now Atomic with room to work.
Yep, and looking for maybe a back air here. He's going to reverse, knob for the B reverse on the grenade. That C4 has about 10 seconds left. You have to be careful because now it's starting to take away that space from you. Atomic is holding the timing so well that he hasn't found the frames until that point to find the C4.
Gets a down throw, should be up air here.
And
DI check passed.
Yeah, DI check passed. You saw the drift right, drift left, and then drift right again from Atomic trying to mix it up, like try and catch him in that DI cross-up, but you can't get to play like Chronos like that. Nair not gonna do it just yet, but now Rob's gotta get away from Nikita, one of the best tools in the game for catching this burner boost. Up smash, gonna just force him to go all the way high, Rob having to go low. The parry was beautiful. F tilt 1, F tilt 2, didn't connect, just slightly missed space. Atomic though kinda got freaked out a little bit, panicked, and Chronos said, let's just run it back, do it again. Takes game 1.
Yeah, I think stage choice is going to be a lot here in the upcoming games because PS2 is one thing, but
no,
when
we're just running back to PS2.
Are we just running it back?
We're just running it back.
It's close. I respect it.
And production, can we jump back? Thank you. Yeah, we're just. Also the other thing here is right. Rob probably. It's so hard because what smaller stages are that are legal that you're gonna take Snake,
yeah.
he, like Yoshi, he's gonna ban Yoshi's. We do have Yoshi's legal in this stage list for some reason.
Hey, that's my favorite.
But we also have like you're probably banning like Small Battlefield's not great for Rob here. Smashville's not great for Rob here. Hollow's not like. Where are you taking it? Like Kalos maybe, but
I think it's just those two, actually, now that we've
like,
talked it out.
Like, are you trying to out CQC Snake, or are you trying to out Zone Snake? Because Rob kind of is one of the very few characters with the option of trying for either game plan, but which one do you want to commit to? And Atomic's been opting for the CQC. I honestly think PS2 is the best stage for that.
Atomic slowing down and getting a call-out back air there.
And he took the beautiful opportunity, the punishing the grenade pull and lag 21 frames after you pull and 21 frames after you throw to line up that back air.
Trying to stay in here, and Atomic's just keeping Chronos out. Gotta find a way into box now that you're behind.
Well, and he comboed out of Chronos, SDIing out of the up air. Atomic was definitely, that wasn't intentional, but it was a great job recovering, finding the conversion regardless. Beautiful coverage from Chronos to find a way back down. That back air auto cancels out of a full hop. That's what Chronos was going for, trying to find it at full hop height. But Atomic with the parry as well, it was just slightly too low and able to find that second stock right away. Chronos just kind of getting slobber knockered on this game. It's just like, holy cow.
Ooh, back air didn't quite start up there, so got the hit to keep that stock alive. 74% with that much rage on Atomic. It definitely would have killed Snake off the side on PS2.
It absolutely would have, my friend. I love that air dodge back in the back air. You don't see Snakes use one of the best edge guarding tools in the game that much. That move active from 19 frames, almost a third of a second, and just so hard to get away from. Down air racks on so much percent as well. Gonna keep this going, and Snakes are very, right, Snake, a character that's kind of well known as being a lot better in the lead than behind.
And the call out here caught him dropping shield. Now in the corner, down smash on the ledge, catches the high recovery.
He did the same thing he's been trying to and found success with, which is air dodging to ledge over and over and over. That time though, he air dodged a little high, and that air dodge high, like watch this at the end. Watch this at the end here, right? He air dodges, tries to air dodge to ledge. Input slightly too early, so instead of snapping the ledge, he drifts up past it, and that's where the down smash hits him. It was beautiful discipline from Atomic to find that. And really, Chronos was, until that point, doing a really good job of playing behind with Snake, a character that we're not used to seeing in that situation.
Yeah. So, like I said, it looks like we're going to Kalos this game. Stage choices gonna change back and forth depending on who wins.
Yeah, and Kalos, I think, is an interesting stage here. The walls don't really play a ton of a factor other than making it harder kind of for both characters to mix up their recovery. A huge benefit for Atomic here, actually, even though this Chronos counter pick, because it makes it easier for him to line up his dare spikes.
And right here, 50% right off the bat.
Exactly. But also you have these platforms at ledge can be great places for things to retreat to, and the huge blast zones are fantastic for him as well in this matchup. Down throw into grenade, up air, just Chronos showing you, right, he's really been working on these setups, this grenade play. Hey, he's a lot more of a grenade-based, very defensive Snake than we see AK, right, who we're constantly seeing CQC scrapping, and that discipline from Chronos is really coming out on this larger stage where he can kind of just sit back, not interact with Rob at all.
Not really working out so far, but, 100 to 140%. Oh, great air dodge and a great mash out of that down throw.
Up till into the wave bounce Nikita there to land on the platform. Just beautiful stuff from Chronos. Really showing you all of the tricks and traps on movement this character can have. At the end of the day, though, he's just still not able to convert it, and giving Atomic extra chances to get back can be so scary. You might have had that percent sealed about at 160 on yourself. You are not long for this world, and that up there is gonna do it. Kanye, he's gotta find a way to take the stock in quick.
Yeah, gotta catch up here, and it can be really hard on the stage. Large blast zones, hard to fight Rob off stage. The only saving grace is that you can't really go under and hide under the stage on this one.
Absolutely, and I love that C4B reverse from Chronos. Rob's such a good character covering you high, but because of exactly where that C4 placing was Atomic couldn't really come in until the grenade was pulled, and at that point you don't want to trade because you might lose your stock. That being said, it's been 111% unanswered for Atomic. Is he gonna find another stock here? Not quite. Had the opportunity and the up smash read. He tried to mix up based off the same landing setup he did last time, Kanye, and I mean, Atomic's not having it. He's playing immaculately right now.
Yeah, needed a game to figure it out, but is looking really good here in games 2 and 3.
The falling up air, he's gonna trade with that up tilt, finally lose his stock. Chronos running out of stage, even on a place as big as Kalos. He needs to find a way to get these hits, find any way to just get Atomic to the ledge trap him. But one of the downsides of Kalos, right, those high platforms, so good for Rob to mix up that recovery, makes it a lot harder for a character, even as good at ledge trapping as Snake, to lock you down.
Finds another back air out of the whip down air.
Yeah, and the pressure, just beautiful parry from Chronos, right? That's really allowed him opportunities to get back in this game. Nikita, this fuel is low, the double back air, just to give himself some extra
Fuel wasn't even that low. He had like half of his take still. This character's busted.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, he's just been on stage so much, right, that it keeps refilling, right? Fuel it all the way back to max now. So Rob can sit up, hang out in the air for a whole another minute and a half, basically. It feels like he can just, you know, characters have multiple jumps. That's not okay. Rob, let's just let him fly, man.
Oh, finds that forward air, run off forward air.
That being said, not gonna do it just yet, but the second one, the coverage, beautiful burner boost, get in the situation, recognizing that, hey, this platform's here, Chronos is gonna wanna give himself options. I'm low, so he's not gonna go low, he'd have to cross past me. And Chronos just trying to get down to the platform early meant that, you know, there was nowhere he could get away from Atomic. It just was Chronos trying to find the defensive, right, trying to find a defensive route out of the situation. Kind of overthought himself a little bit. He could have rode all the way up, forced that burner boost, got some B reverses, and said, okay, Rob, you've kind of limited air momentum right now. How are you going to deal with me? I have better positioning than you. But instead tried to drop off early, just sneak one past Atomic, and that just, Atomic's shown us, right? You can't get anything by him. You can't pull one over him. You can't get that wool over his eyes. And you just got to beat him honestly, man.
And we're back to PS2, so maybe searching for some answers here in Game 4.
Yep, and I mean, answers you will need if you want to find this game number 5. Here in EGOBOOST Winners Quarters. I believe this is seeded to be an upset. Right, Chronos been on an absolute tear in the last 6 months to a year now with some incredible wins, but Atomic just really showing you that it doesn't matter how good you are, right? Everybody is human, putting on a show. And Kanye, I mean, this is just brutal, right? Like, he can't land.
Yeah, getting juggled by Rob is one of the most tilting things that can happen to you, especially when you play a character that likes to be on the ground like Snake, has those aerials, but all the setup really happens on the stage.
And one of the things I'd like to see Chronos do is place C4 on the platform. We're seeing it a lot on stage, or just he's trying to like keep it in the tank for these mix-ups, but taking a platform away from Rob is so incredibly huge. He's trying to place it at ledge, set up underneath the platform, and create a little bit of a house, but if you can take away the platform entirely, then you're suddenly landing him to land on the other one, and you can cover that way as well.
I liked that situation from Chronos. Let Atomic arm rotor off the ledge, let him go all the way out there, not trying to chase Rob off stage.
Yep, and now the shield on the grenade back there, not going to find its mark. Great job from Chronos backing up defensively, utilizing these grenades on platform, right? Rob is big, so, you know, not even as a joke, but the explosion, even the smaller one of a grenade than of C4, is still going to hit him when he runs underneath. So he's placing them on top to give himself options to just like essentially set up a wall, keep you out, as well as he can just jump on platform, drop through, and grab that grenade, throw it at you aggressively. It's just like kind of a little docking bait.
For sure. Using these gyros a lot more now. Focused a little more on it. Call out back air.
He called out the initial dash.
Was baiting with that gyro set. He's focused on gyro. I can get my stage control back. Ran face first into a back air.
Yeah, and I mean, he was caught in that initial dash, right? Trying to just find a way to get on in. And obviously, you can act out a run an ultimate, but again, those first couple frames, you can't. So that's what we saw there. Calling out the double jump.
And Atomic is just all over him right now.
And I love that from Atomic. Chronos throwing out the down air, because not only is it frame 3, but it very, very fast, but it keeps your horizontal drift going. It increases it and decreases your vertical drift, allowing you to get all over the place. But Atomic just keeps catching his landings and is doing a great job catching every extra button Chronos presses, right? Like, there's no room for mistakes again.
Oh, the shield poke back air, and that's a little bit of frustration finally showing from Chronos.
And Chronos dealt the 66 before losing his first stock, and then since then has had 2 stocks yet taken, going for the double toss, not gonna find it once again. That could have been death if that second gyro hit. Back air into the grenade, not gonna close it out. Honestly, if you're Chronos, you might have not wanted that grenade to hit because you just got more stage control. That being said, the extra percent, not terrible. You have to find a way to close
Big
it out.
damage off of that down tilt laser combo. Great mix-up from Atomic.
No, Chronos is starting to get a little bit antsy, but beautiful discipline there. Threw that F tilt 1 out. We've seen him complete an F tilt 2. Didn't go for it instead. And the parry up tilt, getting hit by his own grenade to get out of disadvantage to boot. Chronos is digging deep, trying to find a way to this game 5. Is starting to use this grenade once again to contest gyro, something that worked really well in game 1 that he started to move away from. What can he do to clutch this out?
Yeah, gotta find like a forward air spike or something off a grenade on the ledge, you know, cleans it up right here at 30 with this amount of rage, but just gotta keep the chip damage up, stick to the game plan, and act like you don't have 117% on you.
Exactly, and I mean, right, Snake also a big boy. Obviously, Rob has a lot of kill power, but Snake not a super heavy, unlike in Brawl, but still very, very heavy, means that he can live for a little bit longer. At 132, he's probably close.
Got the sticky on him.
Means that
very important.
He went up. No, he's still alive. If the burner boost comes up, that could be the game. But we're gonna just see. Oh my goodness! Grenade into the sticky explosion. That was the 26.5. I think that was. I don't know if he manually did. No, he did. He manually detonated.
So
what happened? What happened? Watch this. He throws the grenade, the shield catches him, he gets the jump, C4 detonation into the up air. I want you to know, I want you folks to know, Chronos and I were geeking out about Snake. After that pop-off, he just turned to look me directly in the eyes and smiled, because he knows he just put on a show.
That was
yeah,
the clip-worthy moment of the
because when you're that high, right, you have C4, the Rob can't get up there and contest you because you detonated and they killed themselves.
Well, so, I don't know if Atomic had thought it had already fallen off or whatever.
He recognized that he had to go up there at some point, but what he's like, okay, the grenade exploded off shield. You think, okay, he's in end lag. Maybe he is in the detonation. I can get up there. It'll put me past him, whatever. But Chronos was high enough that he could get the detonation and fast fall up air, and that was gonna be the stock. Beautiful stuff. I mean, Chronos, right, digging deep, showing you just why this man is considered top player, and I mean, I'm so excited to have a game 5 right now.
And no surprise, we're back at PS2 here. You know, they both traded games on this stage, so gotta end it where it started. And scrapping here early.
And I want you to notice how much more confidence Chronos is playing with after winning that last game, right? He is getting up in Atomic's face. He is looking for the CQC play style. Oh, saying, okay, I hit that setup. I'm in his mental. I got the C4 on platform now. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna try and just beat you left and right. I am going to make you uncomfortable to get up close on me where you've been finding your bread and butter. Because guess what? My zoning's been working. I can stick with that anytime I want, homie.
Oh, run up grab. Excellent mash coming out from Chronos.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't understand. My hands just don't move that fast. So every time I see that, I'm like, what?
Pulls out the back here with the up tilt.
Yeah, that's an awkward situation because if Rob goes to platform there, up tilt still gets them. If they cross through, they have to cross over you. And, you know, unfortunately, like up tilt frame 6, Rob just doesn't really have an option that can beat it out. Just beautiful stuff again from Chronos. And the parry into the down air to boot. And again, that down air deals 24% if it all connects. You get parries, so you get those 3 additional frames of advantage. That means you just get your jump squat in additional frames, and then the down air also comes out frame 3, so you just get a true combo and off parry. It's so silly.
And that shield looking tiny for Chronos right now. Atomic might be looking for a shield break setup, but just gets the up air star KO.
I don't know if you heard his math just now, too, on the second one. It's clacking so fast you can't hear the individual claps.
Yeah. And it's loud out here. You can hear it from across the room.
It's absolutely insane. That being said, going for a little bit of cheese. Air dodge means he has it. I love that. He air dodged off. Chronos air dodged off the Cypher there. They're turning into the hitbox, allowing it to kind of go through that down air and contest him. Chase with the
forward airs the Nikita gets
He chased with the Nikita, and because of that forward air, he didn't have optimal DI on it. Meant he died a lot sooner, and that was all she wrote. Just Chronos playing absolutely out of his mind right now, like the supreme confidence, and you're seeing now starting to shield drop these grenades, pick them up, hold in shield, because shield actually extends the hurt pucks. When you angle your shield as well as Snake, actually, it changes where the explosion comes out, so you can use that to get a little tricky.
Ooh, gets a grab here, forward throw.
Yep. And seeing Chronos get those grabs, I think, is a big indicator of the momentum in this set changing, right? Atomic's been so good about playing around those grabs all set long, but now we're seeing Chronos land multiple in this game number 5. A beautiful grenade to just cover. He's opting for trades here because he has a whole stock lead, so he's like, if you hit me, I might as well deal you 10-15 as well if I can, like get that percent as high as possible. But now last stock situation, Atomic been efficient on these back airs. It all comes down to this, Kanye. Who can find a way to go on in winner semis?
Yeah, looking scary for Atomic. You see him playing back on that platform, not trying to overcommit.
Absolutely. Again, my friend, this pressure is on. Atomic, we're seeing him play so much more defensive. He's trying to force these overextensions, but defense is Chronos' home. Unlike the camp, that more aggressive playstyle we see from AK, this defense is exactly where Chronos wants to be. We're seeing the setup after setup. Up air didn't do it just yet, but he's getting on these chases. We don't see this from him often. He wants this bad.
Might be getting a little too hungry, starting to get a little even in percents here. About 60% behind, finds a back air there.
And he caught the gyro as well.
Nikita!
Yeah, he pulled the high Nikita, forcing Atomic to go low, only to angle it down, catch every option there. The coverage was beautiful, taking away platform. Now trying to find the air, the jump, tried to find the up air to boot, but Atomic once again not DIing. That being said, that's gonna do it. Chronos clutching out the set, and just you could feel his mental starting to slip a little bit, right?
He got that,
and then I mean he hit the clip of the tournament.
He got that breath of fresh air off of that clip, and was different after that. Was so hungry for it.
I'm just gonna tip my hat to him. But I'm also gonna tip my hat to these lovely sponsors we have coming up. We've got some ads here for y'all. Coming up first, we've got VGBootCamp, where you can like, follow, and subscribe to support the Smash community.